Good morning, everybody. Rick Steele here on the YouTube channel PSH Sports Picks with another pick for you as we turn to week 13 in the NFL. Our record to date here on the YouTube channel with one pick per week, 8-4. Yeah, small sample size, but it's better to be 8-4 than 4-8, obviously. And we're having an outstanding NFL betting season. So if you would like all my picks on a daily basis with all the sports that I handicap, you know the routine. You will follow me on the Betstamp app. The link to follow me is contained in the description section of this video. The picks are always free. I will never charge for picks, and I never recommend you ever pay for picks. So no gimmicks, no BS, no signups whatsoever. If you follow me on the Betstamp app, my username there is Rick S. You will get exactly what I bet on a daily basis all year long at whatever numbers I bet them at, because each time I make a bet, I plug it and post it into the Betstamp app. It will go straight to your phone immediately, letting you know what I bet. If you want to follow me all year long, that's the most efficient, most convenient way to do so. I'd also highly recommend you follow me across social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My handle is @RickSteele99. Going to give you all the latest sports betting news in a timely fashion. And as I mentioned, I would appreciate if you could support the YouTube channel, finding these videos to be helpful, putting a few more dollars into your pocket. Just hit the subscribe button on the way out. That will allow me to continue to spend the time and money in producing these videos. And I would allow you and direct you to especially the betting tips videos, because that is where you get the nuts and bolts as far as how to become a more long-term profitable sports bettor. And finally, in this area, before I get to the nuts and bolts of the pick, 1 p.m. Eastern time kickoff, it will be taking the Seattle Seahawks over the New York Jets. The current line widely available across the major sports books, -2, -110 with the Seahawks. This particular analysis, handicapping wise, is not so much about the stats and the numbers. It's more nuanced and subtle, and I'll get into those particular items in one brief moment. But we all know one of the areas in order to become a successful sports bettor, profitability wise, is to have numerous sportsbook accounts funded so that you can shop around to get the best line possible. And although I live in a regulated area and have many sports books open and funded in that environment, I also deal with Bookmaker offshore. It has excellent bonuses, it has excellent lines, and it's completely safe and trustworthy, whereby you know when you win, you will get paid. So if you could, and I highly recommend, if you go again to the description section of this video, click on the link to the Bookmaker website. It will take you there. You'll see what outstanding sign-up bonuses are available to you. Open your account, fund the account, you'll get the bonuses. If you have any questions in any of these areas, by all means, again, don't hesitate to contact. Okay, let's go ahead and break down this game as we try and move our overall record here on the YouTube channel to 9-4 year to date. The Seahawks have some renewed energy, obviously. They're off wins against San Francisco and Arizona, and their focus now, obviously, is in getting a playoff berth. As I mentioned earlier, number-wise, these teams are fairly even, so why am I willing to lay under a field goal, especially here on the road? Well, let's turn our attention to the Jets. We know overall they're a complete mess. The coaching change bump is definitely over. We're dealing with a team that's not so young, obviously. You got guys like Adams and 41-year-old quarterback in Rodgers, who knows how healthy he is. And no, pro athletes do not quit. They're competitive. They've made it to this level for a particular reason. But what happens in these situations when you have a veteran team? If they fall behind early, I mean, they obviously can't wait for the season to end anyway. It's been so disappointing and such a disaster. What happens if they fall behind, especially early on? The urge, the ability, the amount of gas in the tank to fight back is just not there when you are already looking ahead and not not being able to wait until you can get out of there, get home, and have the season end, especially when you had such higher aspirations heading into the season. Unlike we can compare it to the Carolina Panthers, who are still, fighting with limited talent because they are a young team and not much was expected of them this year anyway. We also have two key injuries on the Jets, not to be ignored. We got offensive tackle Smith, who's not going to go, and running back primarily Hall, who, if I had to guess right now, is less than 50% chance of him going for this game as well. So again, to summarize, one of the bets I'll be making this weekend is with the Seattle Seahawks, -2, -110. If you want all my bets, again, description section, follow me on the Betstamp app. Make sure that you open up an account at Bookmaker. I highly recommend that. And in addition, on the way out, I thank you for your support. Please do hit that subscribe button. May all the winners this weekend be yours.